Hello, welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica. This show right here is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. I got my coffee and my nice dad fuel mug I got for Christmas, and we're going to be talking about, for 2024, some of the new, but the platforms that we want to start marketing on as you're kicking off your journey into voiceover. And we're going to go through a bunch of different ones, but on different videos. But today we're going to focus on the first platform that I started on when I started voiceover way back in 2017, and I still recommend it today because it's a great place to cut your teeth and get started in the industry. And that is ACX, all right, the Audiobook Creation Exchange. Now, first off, you're not going to get rich on this platform, okay? You're not going to make a ton of money. That's not what this is about, but you can make a little bit, all right? But the idea here is to get started in the industry and to start auditioning, start getting some books underneath your belt, start getting some work. All right. Real quick, before we dive too far into this, I just want to let you know, because we only have a couple more. We have about 4 more days that we're doing the $24 for 2024 for the first month. You can join A VO's Journey Elite Academy for only $24 for the first month to give us a try. So it's our opening 2024 deal. So please give us a shot. That's the link below. If you're looking to join a community, to learn, get live classes, etc., to grow your voiceover business, it's a great place to kick off the new year. Plus, we have a brand new curriculum, all sorts of exciting things going on there. So check us out below. All right, so today, we're talking about 2 different ways to get work on ACX. Okay, and again, I like to start here because there's a low barrier to entry. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to do any sort of. You really don't need a fancy demo, you know what I mean? You can put up samples of your work, meaning like one read, reads that you do. An audiobook demo samples are typically, we don't put background music to it, so it's very easy to get started on ACX by filling out your profile, etc. So I want to go over 2 different ways to get work on ACX. The first way is what we generally think of getting work in the acting world or the voice acting world, and that is auditioning. So basically how it works is you have this exchange, this platform, ACX, all right, that's owned by Audible, right, who was a long time ago, of course, was bought by Amazon. And basically they created this platform to link up indie authors, okay, to freelancers or independent voice actors, all right, and to give an opportunity for these 2 groups to come together and create audiobooks and post them on Audible and Amazon. So that's what the exchange was created, and it was linked to KDP, which is the Kindle Direct Publishing wing or arm of Amazon, which is where people go to publish books independently, okay, through KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. So the authors or rights holders, as they call them on ACX, they have to have a book that has been published through KDP to be able to then go on to ACX and hire a narrator to narrate their book and turn it into an audiobook. All right, in which case then you would narrate that book. You record files, you upload those files to ACX, and then once it's all approved and gone through the process through ACX, it will become live on Audible, okay, for people to purchase. You can either be paid via upfront, like money for per finished hour, meaning like every finished hour you're paid a rate, okay, or you can be paid royalties from every sale. And the way ACX does it, Amazon does it, is they say it's you get 50%, or you share 50%. Here's the tricky thing. Royalties are you share 50% of 40% with the author for 7 years. So basically, when all's said and done, all you need to know is 20% royalty. If you do royalty share deal or royalties, you're going to get 20% of every sale. So if it's $1, for the audiobook, you get 20 cents per sale. Okay? So that's and that you can actually do double, like you can do royalty share, which is you pay, like they'll pay you a small amount of money, and give you rights to royalties as well, right? Because they don't have the full amount to pay you up front, like for if you're doing like $300 per finished hour, they might only be able to pay you $50 per finished hour, in which case they pay you that plus they do royalties. But it's only for 7 years, just so you know. But anyways, so I wanted to get that out of the way so you understand the structure of how that works. But the first way is like how we think about it, and that is by you auditioning. Okay, you go on to ACX, and these authors, rights holders, they put their work on there, all right, and they look for auditions. And you go in and you do the audition, you submit it, and if they like the audition, they typically, how it works through ACX is they send you a contract through ACX, okay? And it'll have like a date, it'll have how much they're offering you, and you can accept it or not accept it. You can negotiate with them, etc. So that's one way to get work on ACX. The other way I'd like to talk about to get work on ACX is a lot of people don't realize this, but it's a great way to get work, okay? And that is to upload your samples or upload samples of work that you're doing or that you've done, okay? And basically, there's two sections on ACX. One is the place where you go to audition, and the other place is where rights holders, authors, they can go and look at producers. They call narrators producers, and you can go on there and you can look, and it will have it laid out in like just in order of the last. This is what's crazy. The last person who's posted their samples on their account goes to the top of this list, and it just keeps cycling. Okay, down. So it's a search list that rights holders, authors can go and listen to producers, narrators, and pick one without necessarily having to have them audition. Or they could reach out to you and ask you to do a private audition. But you can, so how you get on this is you just upload samples, right? You upload a minute read, and it goes to the top of that list. So their algorithm is not tricky, right? But it's not going to stay there long, right? It'll be on the first page for probably a couple hours. But here's the thing. If you upload, and I recommend you upload 3 at a time, because the rows are 3 across. So if you upload 3 at a time, you'll be on the top row, for a little bit, and then it'll just scroll. It'll keep going down as more people post samples on their accounts. But here's the thing. You always go to the top when you post. So it's a good idea, right, to keep posting at least a couple of times a week. And by doing this, rights holders, authors, they'll go and they'll listen, and they might send you a direct contract. Right? It's a very nice way to have people come to you instead of you having to spend all of your time auditioning. But if you do both, like for example, you audition and then take that audition and put it up as a sample, right? You're killing 2 birds with 1 stone, and you have double the chance of getting work. So that's just something to consider for another way to get work on ACX, and it's a way that not everybody utilizes. Okay, or you might post something when you first start because you're putting it on your profile, but then you never go back. But be aware that people are going there. I've got many contracts through doing this very same thing, and I know a lot of people I coach do. So it's a very viable way to get work. And again, I like starting on ACX just because it's a low barrier to entry. It's not a huge drain on finances, because you don't have to pay to be on the site. You can use a pseudonym, so you don't even have to use your name, especially if you're starting out. This is a really good thing, so you don't get your name. If you're not that great, it's a good place to, again, cut your teeth and learn and grow learn your DAW, learn editing. This is a really great learning place to do and to make some money possibly. So, all right, I hope this helps. Get started on ACX, acx.com. Now, remember, we don't want to go and put stuff up that stinks. That's not what I'm trying to point out. That if we want to do the very best that we can. But here's the thing: when you're first starting out, or you're just trying to get your business coming in, you might not have a ton of experience. So you got to start somewhere. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's a lot of people, say, oh, don't do something because, you're not going to be good enough yet. You got to be good before you start. You know what? We're never going to be perfect. Never. So you've got to start somewhere. And I think this is a really great place to get started because there's other people like us who are just starting their writing career, right? They're starting their career and publishing their stuff. So, they're willing to work with someone who's starting their career, maybe in narrating. So it's a good place to find work starting out. All right, guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to take a listen or take a look at that link below to our special offer, $24 for 2024. And I hope you have a great Thursday. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.